I thought it was very interesting that there is actually disagreements now between the followers of Eckhart Tolle and Abraham-Hicks, and so I wanted to put my 2 cents, so to speak, into that, and that is that there really isn't any disagreement. This is a classic problem that comes up throughout the history of man in its relation to dogmas, and it's sad that it actually it's following into this realm of New Age thinking and consciousness, but we have egos, and so we're bound to that. I thought it was interesting that although they both are coming from different standpoints on how to address the ego and how to deal with it, they're basically are in agreement. It's just a different way of looking at it. One's focusing on one aspect of the, let's call it the problem, and another one is talking about another aspect of it. And one is sort of like a high-speed chase. The other one is more of a slower speed way of dealing with things. So in my opinion, they're in absolute agreement. In fact, I would suggest to people that that are reading these types of books and listening to these CDs that use a combination of a lot of these techniques. These are wonderful. There's a common flaw among people that study religions and so forth, that there's only one right answer, and that has been proven over time. The universe is an incredible place. It will provide for you numerous answers, numerous rights for the same question. And so we have to understand that. Additionally, you can also take both of these thoughts, ways of thinking, Tolle and Abraham-Hicks, and then add in a third item, which is psychology. Psychology is the study of the ego. So when you address and add all three together, you could have wonderful solutions in dealing with your daily lives. Now, one of the things that Abraham-Hicks talks about is that about getting closure. Now, she doesn't really use that term. What they say is making peace with your issue. And that, in essence, is getting closure. And really the only way you're going to do that is a combination, I feel, of all three. Because you could get out of that state of mind that you're in that you don't like, but it comes back again. And so understanding how you got programmed a certain way, and then addressing that program, and to see, one, if you want to keep that same programming, and two, then how to get rid of it. So I thought it was very, very interesting that there's a so-called gap now between the two followings, and I thought what was interesting about that is that the followers that feel that, it's actually their own egos using a technique to prevent them from getting closer to source, or getting closer to themselves. It's your ego is actually creating a disagreement or a problem that doesn't exist, and that's a great tool. So for the ego, that is. So once again, my thoughts on this is that use a combination of these thoughts. Many times one will work better than the other, but in the end, it's all about getting closer to the real you.